Now we will discuss the role of the BASEL Committee for Banking Supervision, which is really a value-added committee. We will see the charter which define their authorities and their mandate, their area of working. So we'll see what is the purpose and the role, and we will see that what is the membership criterions who can be the member of this committee, how many members are existing, and how they add value into BASEL Committee on Banking Supervision. We'll see what is their oversight role, and of course we will see the organizational structure, which is really effective and clear. We will see what standards and guidelines they are issuing. We'll try to read them and understand, and we'll try to analyze. We will see that if you are not member of BASEL Committee, so how they deal and what is their expectation towards you, and relationship with international bodies, and in terms of public consultation process, how they perform. This committee is really effective, and it's creating a very good value additions, and throughout the discussion we will keep looking into the detailed process. The purpose of this committee is to boost up the financial stability, because from a BIS point of view, the global financial stability is the ultimate goal. This committee wants to give certain compliances to all the central banks. So in order to reduce the crisis, or we want to apply the risk management, and we want to be more sustainable, more predictable, and more mature and more efficient, the basic purpose of this committee is, of course, to bring financial stability through their compliances. And of course they do a lot of activities in order to achieve this. These committees are they exchange information globally, internationally, between the members and non-members. They share the supervisory issues which certain banks are going through, and discussions, research, and the outcomes in order to promote the cross-border cooperations, establishing the criterions and the regulation and supervisions with guidelines, and these are general guidelines and supervisions, and by adopting the sound policies and benchmark or preferred treatments. Of course they are addressing the regulatory and supervisory gaps, and monitoring the implementation of the BASEL Committee implementations, the standards. That's really effective to go for, and those who are not the members, so how to bring them on the board and how they can add value. There are a lot of core objectives which things are moving on, and these are the basic activities they are being formed. So in terms of legal status, of course this committee is not law binding, but of course it's a value addition in terms of compliances, and it's a standard that's really effective if we go into, and all central bank has to go through being a mandatory part of compliance. A lot of central banks are the member of the BASEL Committee on Banking Supervision, and they work closely to achieve some objectives. These objectives are really important to achieve in order to maintain a global stability in the whole globe, in the world. And of course they are aiming to get the financial stability. They are trying to get some guidelines, standardization, global standards, working together to achieve the mandate of BASEL Committee on Banking Supervision, implementing the standards, helping people, the central bank, in order to assist them with the predefined time frameworks by the committees. BASEL Committee has a lot of members. These members are generally the central banks, and how they are moving forward is they have some common objective to achieve. Global financial stability is the core objective they want to achieve on, and of course implementation of standard, getting the same language all over the central bank, their regulatory requirements, frameworks, timelines to adopt. These are really important objectives. objective which BASEL Committee for Banking Supervision is really on to. In terms of oversight, there is a group of governors and the head of supervisions, and of course they have a role to play into, and they approve the charter, they provide general guidelines for the work program, and they appoint the chairman for BASEL Committee. They have a very effective and important role in selecting the right people who can bring the right quality in the committee.